What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fact vs. Fiction. I'm your host, Skeeter Bean. Yes, feeling good today. Feeling good today. You know why? Because we are witnessing history, great things from your boy Kendrick. Oh, he's going crazy. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about, this round that Lil Wayne, the statement that Lil Wayne made. What statement has he put out? What could Wayne have possibly said that's so important that I had to make a video about it? Oh, I'm glad you asked. This is what he said. Man, WTF I do. If you don't know what that is, if you old, you out of touch. WTF means what the beep, what the F, all right? What did I do? I just be chilling and stay home for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed on me. That's what he said after Kendrick dropped his album. Remember in the song, Kendrick shot shots at Wayne. They might have been little pellets, whatever. But he mentioned them. It's like, hey, I worked so hard. Even Wayne is upset with me because I got the Super Bowl. Now, Wayne was like, what did I do? What did I say? For you to come at me like this? That's probably what you're wondering. If you don't know, Kendrick was offered the Super Bowl for 2025 because of, he's been doing good. He's been doing great. He always does great whenever Kendrick pops out. He always does great. But this year specifically, with all the beef and him performing live, if you've seen that on Amazon Music, he was on stage. He put on a great performance. He's a great performer. But don't give him enough credit for that, all right? And then, and it's held in New Orleans. So everybody was like, when it was announced, everybody was like, oh, what's going on? How come Lil Wayne ain't performing at the Super Bowl? That's his home state. Truth be told, just because it's your home state does not mean it's your place to perform. It doesn't mean just because the Super Bowl is in your home state, you're going to be able to perform there. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Lil Wayne hasn't really put out anything great, and I don't know how long. I'm not the biggest Lil Wayne fan, but I can say, he's put out some good music. He's pretty, he's lyrical, He can go crazy with the pen, right? But lately, he hasn't really put anything out that's really worth being like, oh yeah, this is the guy we need. Once that was announced, everybody was hating on Kendrick and, oh, how could this, and everybody didn't like that. And then Wayne himself, he said this.
That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together.
You get it. He was complaining. I'm not gonna say he was complaining. He was crying that he didn't get the Super Bowl because it was in his hometown. Again, why are you crying? It wasn't promised to you. It wasn't on the table where you went talks with it. Were you on the table? Most likely not. If anything, if things would have turned out different, it could have been Drake instead of Kendrick. But Kendrick, you've been killing it, right? So, again, great performer, great lyricist, great entertainer, great rapper, great artist. Kendrick, I'm sorry, Lil Wayne, he's a good rapper. He's a great rapper. I'll put it out there. Great Lil Wayne stands. I'll put it out there. He's a great rapper. Performer, I don't really hear too much from his I don't hear too much from his performance when he's, doing live concerts. I don't hear anything that says, Lil Wayne, he's such a great entertainer, such a great performer. When you're at the concerts, you can really feel, and he just be doing X, Y, and Z. I don't hear that from him. I've heard it from Drake. I've heard it from Kanye. The number one GOAT of all time, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. He has a legacy. Michael Jackson could just stand there 5 minutes and people faint. People fainting. Not say a word. The crowd going crazy. Lil Wayne, he ain't got that kind of power. Nobody has that kind of power. Not anymore. Right? And then eventually Lil Wayne ended up, performing live for Amazon Music, and he said this.
I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that from me.
All right. You see? You get it. You can't have that moment taken away from you if you wasn't promised it in the first place. It might have been in your it might have been in your hometown, but you're not promised to perform at the Super Bowl if you were not on the table. If you weren't on the table, especially if you're not really all that relevant anymore. Especially. That's like Nas dropping an out. That's like Nas. If they host the Super Bowl in New York and Nas is expecting to go and perform, and then they get somebody else to perform. They get YG or Moneybagg Yo to perform at the Super Bowl instead, and then he's like, "Oh, why wouldn't they let me?" But there's also so many other people who came from New York, so many other people who came from New Orleans too. Fact of the matter is, if you're not putting up numbers, if you're not really all that relevant, you're not gonna be on the table. You're not gonna be in the discussion. That's all. But I mean, hey, you like what you like. Maybe his head is so gassed up from everybody really praising him for the past 25 plus years. And sometimes you just need a reality check. That's all it is. I don't know. But anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, comment down below. If you disagree with me, you can put it in the comments. We have a discussion about it, but do so respectfully. Subscribe, share with your friends and family. You know the goal, 100 subs. Trying to get to 100 subs by December 31st. And I will see you guys in the next video. And guess what? If you're not there, then you are square. So until next time, peace.